Hello, and welcome back to the original Larry D's Food for Thought. Today we will be, of course, reading out of that old King James Bible. Be reading from the Old Testament and out of the New Testament to the law and to the testimony. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Okay? Also be going over a few scriptures today concerning the title. Let us be kind one to another. Let us be kind one to another. Okay. I'm gonna share these scriptures with you right quick. You can jot them down if you like. But yeah, hey people, we in them last days right now. The Lord had it written. He said, hey, the love for many shall wax cold, and that's exactly what's going on. But we don't want to fall into that category. Lord simply told us that, hey, He said to love thy neighbor as thyself. And if you do that, you're not going to do him any harm. You're going to be kind to them. All right. And that's what we need to do. I mean, somebody may come to you, man, treat you harshly, real bad, say something to you bad, but look, don't render evil for evil. Okay. They do that. Hey, look, say something kind to him. Give him a soft word, a soft answer. Okay. And who knows? You might have that guy, man, go home, look in the mirror at himself, or simply just sit down and look at himself and say, hey, maybe I ought to change. You never know. You may have to call somebody to change. You treat them kind, man. So don't treat evil with evil. All right. But anyway, I'm gonna stop sharing these. We're gonna go ahead and go over these few scriptures we got today. It'll probably be a little quick. Lesson, but see if we can get a little bit of understanding on it. Okay. Well, we're gonna start this in Ephesians, the fourth chapter, and I'm gonna start reading at verse 31. And it reads, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. Verse 32. And be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, has forgiven you. We pray that prayer all the time. Forgive us our debts forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Okay, so hey, the Lord willing to forgive you for your wrongful doing. You need to forgive somebody else. Okay, but don't render wrath, bitterness. Don't let that be in your heart. Okay, and evil speaking. Lord told us. He said, "Hey, don't let corrupt communication flow out of your mouth." Okay, you speak to somebody, speak kindly. Okay, but let's go a little further. Then let's go over here to Let's go to Matthew's right quick. Let's go to Matthew, the fifth chapter, and I'm going to start reading. Let's see here at verse 43, and it reads. This is in red right here. This is the Lord speaking himself. Okay. Look, ye have heard that it has been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. Hmm. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Hmm. Verse 45, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. Okay, the Lord is even-handed. Okay, he is not a respecter of person. He treats us all the same, and he expects for us to do the same. Got somebody to come to you, man, a friend of yours, man. He got plenty of money. He dressed real nice, and you treat him a certain way, and then get this your other friend. He come, he dress all scrubby, and ain't got a nickel in his pocket, and come begging something from you all the time. You gonna treat him any different? Mm-mm. Treat them all the same. Okay, but let's do those things now. Let's go a little further. I want to show you this right quick. It's just something. It's one over here in Romans. I want to read one verse. It's in Romans, the second chapter. Let me show you what I verify something I just told you, which is Romans 2. and one verse, verse 11. And it reads, look, for there is no respect of person with God. You see that? And he expects us to act the same. He came here, he set the example for us, and that's what we need to do. All right, just treat everybody alike. All right, be kind to one another. All right, but let's go back to Matthew's right quick. Let's go to Matthew's fifth chapter again, and I'm going to start reading this time at verse 5. And it reads, looking at this, this is in red as well. This is Jesus speaking himself. Look, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, the pure in mind, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers. Okay, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So you may be persecuted, but look, you got to look at it. Even the prophets were persecuted before you. Okay? But the Lord said, man, he said, love your enemies. I know it's kind of difficult to do sometimes, but hey, like I said before, you treat them with love and kindness, guess what? He just might change. Okay? You never know. And you have saved a soul. All right. But let's go further here. Let's go to James right quick. And James had see what the Lord had brother James right now. Let's see. Going to James the third chapter. Excuse me. Going to James 3, and I'm gonna start reading at let's see, verse 13. And it reads, look, who is a wise man and endowed with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom. But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your heart, in your mind, glory not and lie not against the truth. This wisdom descendeth not from above, okay, but is earthly, sensual, and devilish. See that? For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. But the I'm sorry, but the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to entreat, for full of mercy and good fruit, without partiality and without hypocrisy. And the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace. Be a peacemaker. Don't always go around, man, with a chip on your shoulder. Always mad at the world, you know. You don't you don't always treat people wrong and evil. Okay, and evil words coming out of your mouth, you know. But let's be kind to one another. And let that be every day, wherever you go. Okay? Because you're going to meet all kinds of people. And you're going to meet some good people. You're going to meet some bad ones. But hey, excuse me. Let's treat them all the same, man. Be good to them. Be kind. All right? But let's go right here to James 1. James 1, I'm going to start reading at, let's see, verse 19, I believe it is. Yeah, verse 19. Okay. And it reads, wherefore, my beloved brother, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. Okay, so don't always be running around running your mouth. Don't blurt out everything that come to your mind. Okay, so be quick to listen. You know, quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to wrath, slow to get angry. All right. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word which is able to save your soul. Okay, got that? But let's go further. Let's go to James, the third chapter. And start reading, let's see, verse 5. And it reads, look, even so the tongue is a little member. That tongue we got in the mouth, real small member we got, right? But, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. Boy, that tongue is something else. Look, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body. I tell you, that tongue is a mess. We don't control it, okay? But we need to learn to control that thing, man, because you could hurt somebody big time, man. Kill their continence, man. Get them in the wrong frame of mind. And now they mad at the world. You understand? But look, let's go further here. Let's go to Proverbs. Go over to Proverbs. Going to Proverbs 16. Something I want to show you right here. It says Proverbs, let's see. Yeah, Proverbs 16. And start reading at verse 27. And it reads, look, an ungodly man diggeth up evil. See there? And in his lips there is as a burning fire. It's like we're reading over in James, man. Told that tongue is something else, man. That mouth and them lips of yours. Look, a forward man soweth strife, and a whisperer separateth chief friends. Ain't that something? Now, look at this. It's Proverbs 18. 18 and 24. I'll show you something. Separated chief friends. All right. This is Proverbs 18. We'll read one verse right here, which is verse 24. And it reads, look, a man that has friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. You see that? You want to have a friend? Show yourself friendly as well. Hey, and that friend, man, he'll stick closer to you than your own flesh and blood brother. See that? Okay. But let's take a look at this. Let's go to Proverbs 15. Excuse me. Proverbs 15. I'm going to start reading at verse 1. And look at this. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Somebody come to you, man, speaking harshly to you and using evil words, man. Look, what are you going to do? You going to run the evil for evil? No. Give them a soft answer. Hmm. You never know what you might do for this person. Okay, verse 2. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. And you see that all the time, man. Tell you, man, running their mouth about nothing, just blabbing, blabbing that old mouth, man. Yeah, babbling. Okay, but they want to be heard, and some of them speak just to hear themselves. All right, but let's take a look at this. This is Proverbs. Where we at? Let's see, Proverbs 15 to verse 4. Look, a wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. Verse 7. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge. But the heart, the mind of the foolish doeth not so. Verse 9, the way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord, but he loveth him that followeth after righteousness. You see that? Excuse me. What's going on in my throat? Anyway, the Lord loved the righteous, but he is angry with the wicked every day. Okay, you can read that. All right. But let us, as Christians, or trying to be Christians, trying to be Christ-like, treat one another with love and kindness. Okay, so be kind one to another. Let's go to this last place right quick. I want to go back to Matthew's. I want to go to Matthew's 22. And I'm going to show you this. This is Matthew's 22. And I want to start reading. Let's see where we at here. Matthew's 22. Oh, Matthew's 23. Matthew's 22. And I'm start reading at verse 33. Now, right here, there's a lawyer that came to the Lord when Jesus was here. on the earth, and he was trying to tempt him. But let's see what happened right here. Look, this is Matthew 22 and 36. And read, look, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Okay? But he told us, man, love thy neighbor. You love the Lord first with all your heart. Okay? Then you love your neighbor just like yourself, because you're not going to do yourself any harm. Therefore, you won't do your neighbor any harm. And you'll keep those commandments. You know, you won't steal from your brother, kill it, lie on it, bear false witness against it. You don't do that. But let us continue to be kind to one another. Okay? Just a few words of encouragement today. Okay? But with that food for thought, let's think on these scriptures and words throughout the course of the day as we walk. Okay? And until next time, peace.